Welcome to the channel. What does it take to survive as a realtor? What does it take to be connected in a network? G, welcome.
What's up, brother? How are
Thank
you?
you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Behind us here, everyone.
We're at Alice's private family-owned building, the Alice Dawn headquarters.
Yes. It's a nice courtyard. We decided to shoot content outside today. We were invited to this special event for Arcadia condos, Arcadia district in Etobicoke.
Phenomenal project. Phenomenal.
Yeah, fantastic project. Like I don't think it's gonna get better than this. And all of you will see it being pushed more and more on social media and all of that stuff. But having said that, like, what does it take to be a realtor nowadays? I mean, you and I, we've been around for a while. Just,
It's a good question, Alice. There's a 75% failure rate in our business within 3 years.
Maybe more, but let's say 75 for sure.
You know, and in a market that we're in now, it's tough out there. If you sold 12 units last year, you're probably selling 6 to 8 if you're lucky.
Yeah, so it's 50% off.
It's 50%. So, look, at the end of the day, I think it comes down to one, your knowledge base. You got to be constantly learning.
Right.
You have to have the right systems.
And who you learn it with too.
Who you learn it with. I mean, it's not fun to sit in a classroom and just hear somebody at the front of the class yap away. There's some phenomenal coaches in this industry.
Absolutely, yeah.
But they cost you money. And so you want to find people that you can mentor with, that you can shadow.
Align with.
Feel, like-minded.
Yeah.
Don't try and be something you're not. Systems, whether it's your pen and paper, whether it's your tablet, whether it's laptop,
man, you know what I mean?
you gotta use something to track your business.
Yes.
Don't be rolling out of bed thinking I'm gonna wing it.
Hope for the best.
And hope for the best. And you're gonna close a couple of deals that way for sure, but you won't have any consistency, which leads me to the next thing is you have to have the habit. Everybody talks about motivation. I can get motivated for a day.
100%.
I'm gonna start working out today. I'm gonna go lift weights. I'm not gonna get up and do it tomorrow.
And I'm finding like that motivation, and then actually what is the actual final I'm not gonna say it is not the word of destiny, but what's the focus? Like, what are you trying to focus on? Like, most people get into this business and they're like, they don't have any numbers in place. Like, they don't know, where the final finish is or destination or how much money they need or what it takes to make that money.
The goal setting.
The goal setting, right?
People get confused. You have to set a goal so you can work backwards and make the plan. Because, like we said, if you just go out and wing it and say, I want to sell 6 houses this year, that's great.
Sure.
Some people are going to sell the 6 houses. But what steps are you taking along the way to sell 6? And what happens when you do sell 6? What if you do it in 3 months? Are you going to sit at home for the next 9 months?
I know. It is so true.
So don't be afraid to push past that. Like, if you hit your target, I would sell people. That's fantastic. You just move the goalposts.
You know what I'm finding, like the next the next heavy topic that we have been hearing from our colleagues and people are getting into this industry, and people are getting into the industry as well. Like, they're not aware of this, like, of the actual community or being part of something. It's hard to find. Like, if we've been around the block for a long time, and it's hard to find those people that you can surround yourself with, that you can talk about stuff, lean on, like, get the right information, move towards something, right? Like, it's interesting, right?
It's empowering to an individual to have colleagues. I mean, we're buddies. Like,
of course,
I can come in on my worst days, and you kind of know just from my body language.
Of course.
You pull me aside, you're like, gee, what's going on?
Let's go, buddy.
Today.
Come on.
Yeah. So you give me a little pep talk. Or sometimes you're just hey, my ears are here, man. Just say what you got to say.
Let's go. Yeah.
And let's leave it on the
It
table.
means a lot, man. Like vice versa. Like I do this,
It's humbling as an individual to have people like that in your life. So I'm very appreciative to have you as a friend. Even more so when I need that kick in the ass. Mind my French.
Of course.
You've always been truthful, whether it's the truth hurts sometimes.
Oh man,
but
I don't like to hear it either. Like let's be honest. But it's nice sometimes because like on the truth you want to reflect on that. Like if somebody like I might see it one way and then you might tell me, look, that's great, but it's I see it the other way. I'm not bashing or I'm not complaining, but it is what it is, man. Like tell me the truth, man. Like I want to know, bro.
Tell me the truth, but I also know when you're telling me the truth, it's coming from a place of, gee, you're selling yourself short, or gee, you're not reaching your potential. Like I see more in you, and for that, I can't get mad at that.
Absolutely,
it doesn't matter what it is. I always sit back and, like you said, you don't like to hear it sometimes. But when you're reflecting after the fact, you're like, you know what? Alice was right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Daddy, why am I mad? Because Alice was right.
Yeah, but let's move on.
Well, let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on.
Right.
And now, like, I feel like with us here at the brokerage and us growing exponentially very quickly, the people stick around and we're building different types of bonds and we're building a different type of machine, different type of community. We're getting to know each other as a pack now versus individual agents and stuff like that. And I think that's a great way of moving forward. And like here we are, you know what I mean? Like in Alice Dawn's backyard, right? Like we're sitting and we're hunting these projects down. And even though if you're not from our brokerage, or if you're interested in projects like this, like message us directly, like let's see what we can do. We definitely have VIP Platinum access to most of the projects in the city. This one, as you can see, we're sitting in their courtyard. We just spoke to the vice president here at the Alice Dawn and all the team, the backup team. It's going to be all over social media anyways, but just letting you know, I know you're watching this and you're like, okay, these guys are just saying that. Okay, prove me wrong. Call me and let's see.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you. If I could just say too, it's going to be tough right now, guys.
Yes.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
We're in our fall market. Everybody was expecting it to pop. I'm still waiting for it to pop.
Yeah.
And the rates didn't go up. And
flat,
it's an affordability issue. There's some fear in the market. If your people that you're aligned with are telling you, don't worry, just hit the phones, it's not good enough. You got to go the extra mile right now. You have to go after the right clients or prospects.
And right strategy too, right?
And the right strategy, and that's what I'm really getting at. Like, hey, you should always be positive. You should always have a good outlook on life, on your business, the plan. It's time to shift the plan. What worked for you 3 years ago is not going to work today.
No.
We were talking about it in the office with Drew. Online leads, fantastic in a hot market.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, right now, I think we need to get back to old school basics. I think you need to really lean on your past clients, your friends, your family, and even the agents that you associate yourself with. And it's not even about asking for business, but it's a tough time for everybody.
Yeah.
So how can I help you get through this rough patch?
But there are opportunities, man. I know like social media content is full of that, opportunities and this, but I'm certain, and I'm telling you the truth, there are opportunities out there.
There are. And we were talking to Mr. Smith here about the Alice Dawn project and how the rates have skyrocketed over the last year and a half. And we are kind of at the peak. And if you look at the last 5 big inflationary periods, once the rates start raising, it's about a 9-month window before they start to come down. And we're at that peak. So if you can get into a good project,
Just ride the wave.
Ride the wave.
Nobody knows, but like that's kind of what
history does tend to repeat itself, and maybe it's not 9 months, maybe it's 12 months. But if you can ride it out, again, real estate, location trumps everything.
100%.
A good pre-construction project with a name, like a brand that you know, that you've heard of. Like,
it's incredible.
These guys built the Sky Dome. They build infrastructure. They are
every mall you're walking through,
every hospital in the country. They are the guys behind the scenes that don't get the credit, that are actually putting these developments up for the big guys, that the names that we know. And
and we cannot get into some partnerships that Ellis Don is partnering with at the moment on the Arcadia District project. But we have seen it with our own eyes, and it's spectacular. Like the value for your dollar. I can speak for myself, and I'm sure you're like-minded thinking here. Like, there's no better project with better value right now. Like in 2023 Q4, absolutely not. 100%.
Yeah.
So it's mind blowing.
This we've kind of pivoted into this project, I think, just because we're sitting out here, but it was impressive, man. Like, that's
next level.
For me, it's not just the building itself is phenomenal. The finishes are going to be great.
Sure.
The partnership you talked about, which we'll be announcing soon when we can talk about it, but it's being done in conjunction with the city to create a facility for, I think they said, 1 million new jobs over the next, I don't know how many years.
It is the hub. It's the new next hub.
Yeah.
Like how Eglinton and Yonge is, or Dundas and Yonge.
Yeah.
Yonge Square, or whatever that's called. But like we pivoted a little bit towards the project, but the whole point of this video is just like, we know as our friends and colleagues, you're out there and you're hurting. And so are we. Everybody's hurting. Let's call it for what it is.
Yeah.
But we are fighting, and we're at the forefront. Like, we're in the first row of getting the best. Because if you're second best today and you're not getting the cream, I don't know how long you're gonna last. And even if you last, it's gonna take you a long time to recoup either the strength or the finances to get back to the top. So
I think that's a perfect way to say it. If you're not first right now,
you're last. Like, there's no second or third.
Ricky Bobby.
Pretty much. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're not rubbing shoulders with one of the big guys in this industry, if you're not with the biggest financial people in the industry today, if you're not with the best builders, with the best agents, with the best marketing team, you're not second. You're last. That's it. You know what I mean? Like, so that's what it comes down to. So
yeah. And I one thing I will add, guys, this industry has given me a lot. It's given you a lot.
Absolutely.
The top guys, they're willing to give back. The real ones, the guys who've
I'm glad
sweated,
that,
the guys that have grinded for their careers. They want to make this industry first class.
100%.
And they're willing to give back. So you don't have to be the best if you're brand new. If you meet the right people, get in the right rooms, align yourself with the right individuals.
Surely.
Come with authenticity and come with your work ethic, they will give back to you.
Or learn the work ethic.
Yeah.
If you don't have it, you can learn it.
Yeah.
Like I know when I started in this, long time ago in this industry, social media at the time wasn't, like, it was clunky.
Yeah.
Very clunky, okay? So I could not even find anybody. If I saw this video, back 15 years ago, I would call, well, who is this guy? Well, let me talk to these two people. Let me see what they have to offer.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's also so much information, free information. Nobody wants to jump through loops. No, people just want it, and they're just expecting a miracle to happen. Miracles do happen, but you have to ignite that miracle. You have to spark it up. You have to contribute to that manifestation. You know what I mean? Looking at the ceiling, you're not gonna manifest nothing but that ceiling. You know what I mean? And it's gonna get further and further away as you're watching it. So, like I said, if you have interest in this, you want to know more, there's more videos on the channel. Please subscribe and watch them, and feel free to like all of them.
Yeah.
But message us, give us a call. There's definitely value with the G, with myself here, and there's a whole bunch of people in the background that we can definitely.
We've got a phenomenal space, guys. Like Alice has said, we're here to help, whether you're with us or not. Doesn't matter where your brokerage is from. We just want to meet good people and have good relationships.
I gotta warn you though, once you meet us, it's done. Okay.
Sounds good, brother.
Okay, anyways, thank you all for watching. Like I said, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It will be much appreciated, and it will help with the algorithms at the back for all of you. All the best, and see you next time.
Thank you, guys.